Hello, glad you could come by again. Just wanted to say I wanted to show you how I've done this tree in this vlog. So stay with me. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to leave your comments as well. Lovely to have you on board. Love you lots. Yes, stay tuned. Okay, I wanted to show you our lounge when it's completely finished. And I've got one little boy very fast asleep just down here. Doesn't he look absolutely gorgeous? So candles on the window. If you see streaks on the window, then that's my little one. Look, you can just get it there where the camera is. I'll just point my finger. Can you see? Can you see here? He's been cleaning the windows. We've got a lovely dog bed, really fluffy pink. I got that from Home Sense, obsessed with that shop. Candles, snow globe, lights just slightly above the telly. Got the pink swan this year. Now this means an awful lot to me because in our family we have a swan that we give away. Or present, sorry, that we put in the swan that we give away at the dinner table. And of course my father has sadly passed away this year, so it's going to be the first time without him. And I found this in the shop in the pink, and it was like, well, it was kind of as if it was meant to be, if anybody believes in that kind of thing. Shelves are all finished now. Those lights will flicker on the camera. I have no idea why, but it's so bizarre. So this is my finished tree. You can see the elf at the top. He won't be there. He's just been there today. There's a great big pink star, loads of different sort of fillers. I'm going to go through exactly how I do my tree. If I stand a little bit further back and try and kick that door open, you get a better feel of what it's about. So I am going to show you around and how I do my tree in this vlog. Okay, so decorating of Christmas in my house. What on earth's a toilet roll doing there? No idea. It must have been the elf. Now, I'm going to show you because it is messy. I showed you on the other day, didn't I? So got the handy vac ready. What we do is we put everything into boxes, and it's labelled. So we get these big boxes. I think you can get it from Tesco's or anywhere, and we put lounge on them because everywhere obviously has, because you've got the hall stairs, console table. That's what will happen this year. I know those are new this year. And then all of those just go on the side. Can you see I've got a Christmas tree with a candle, I've got some stars, and then I've got my little candles with Christmas trees on. I'm hoping it's focusing right. Even the cushions, I take only one of the cushions away and I put the Believe cushions. Can you see? So even cushions are changed. In the conservatory, I think the whole lot are changed. So as you can see, I've got for this main tree, and you see those toadstools, those are actual mushrooms. Those are actually going on the tree. Yes, I've got to bring down the massive part of the tree, which is the top. I don't put a star on. It's very unusual what I do. So you've got lights, you've got, oh, damn, all the lights haven't been put on yet. And I've got all these, and I've got to try and get it all done in like an hour and a half before I pick Frankie Jack up from school. Another tip is that I never put tree skirts. I always just put pieces of material. And this is actually a throw, a beautiful throw. It's a great way of putting stuff around the bottom of your tree, which is inexpensive and that you can use again. I mean, I actually don't use this one because our dog used to sleep on it all the time. Our dear little Teddy, unfortunately he's not with us anymore, but he used to sleep on it and boo, so we stopped using it as a throw. However, I would normally do that, so I would use a throw underneath my Christmas tree, and then so I'll show you as I'm going around. So that's a great tip, and then you can choose any colour. You don't have to go for twee designs, you can do anything. Because I'm doing woodland, this kind of looks a little bit like snow, if that makes sense. I've got lots of big ornaments. It's very important to have big ornaments if you want to do your tree like I do, because it fills your Christmas tree. You're going to see by the end, you'll hardly see any tree at all. I've got massive decorations. And what I do as well is I collect loads of them. So you can see I've got little owls in there. I've got blush roses. I've got ice skates. And what I do is I either buy 3 or 5 of everything. But if I'm going for anything that's a little bit smaller, Frankie Jack's put these on already. You can see I've got these acorns, and they've got a little bit of snow in the bottom and twigs. They're actually, I think, no, they're not glass, they're plastic. And I've got, how many have I got of those? I actually bought 3, 6, 9, 12 of those to go round the tree. So this is how I've got to move the tree as well. And of course the lounge still looks an absolute mess. I've got to move the tree because we've had the shelves being put back up. So, are you looking forward to this? Because I am. Not. I do love Christmas. I'm absolutely insane about it. However, I find this one an absolute task. But once it's done, I absolutely love it. I need to talk you through the top of the tree as well. Because I don't put a star. I don't put an angel. I put something very unusual. And I need to talk you through that. So let me go and get it out of the loft. And I'll see you in a minute. So I've moved my tree. It's now in the place where I want it to be, and I do actually squash it right up to the wall as far as I possibly can without making it look stupid. Already flocked, already ready to go. I haven't dusted or anything yet or hoovered because it's just going to get messy. Now I did say that the big part of the tree, the top of the tree, was quite dramatic, and they are. So what I've done is I've gone for massive pieces. So if you can see, I've got like a snowy bit, a snowy tree. I've got some twigs. I've got some funny looking, I think it's like sort of kind of willow, but it's been flocked. And I've put it in a bunch already. Now I've already tied it around, and that's what I've had for the last couple of days. And you're thinking, how on earth are you going to get in the top of your tree? I'm going to show you how I do that. And I've also got a second one because I put, ooh, there's a bit of black stuff on there. I put one on the top, and then I put one slightly on the side, and then I start with all the big bits. I've got to jump in, haven't I? I've got my soup ready. I've got my water. I've got to pick my little boy up in 40 minutes. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get this done before he comes home. And the problem is, as much as I love him and I love that he's creative, obviously he wants to put things at 4-year-old where they don't go. And he gets very upset when Mummy moves them. So let's hope I can crack on with this, but I am going to have some fuel first. So I'm just going to have my chicken soup. So as you can see, I'm cracking on with putting the top on my tree. I think it's important to have 2 parts of it, so you can have a second part just slightly further down. They are difficult. I should have snapped the stems. I didn't realise how difficult it was until I started doing this year. I did struggle a little bit. I don't know whether that's because there was a camera there. That's absolutely typical, isn't it? I think you call it sod's law. I tie it to the tree with wire. You'll probably see some wire a little bit further on, and it's the same wire that I've actually tied around the branches as well. But I also use the branches of the tree. So that's a little tip. Now, obviously, if you're doing this in a shop or you're doing it up for commercial use, you would tie every single thing on. But because this is my home and we have a rule not to go near the tree or not too near the tree, that means that I can just place things on. And because of the effect of the pines, of the artificial tree, and because they're so close together, a lot of things just tend to stick. So I tend not to tie a lot of things on, and I just place them. It's very odd times that something might come off, but it's not very often. So here we go. Here's the second piece that I'm putting in, slightly further down to the right, but slightly further down, so I have a massive spray on the top. I used to do an angel years ago, used to do a star, but I saw this in a very fancy garden centre once. Not this actual display, but a display where they just absolutely went to town, and I loved it. I do actually finish off at the end with a pink star on the top, and you will see that right at the end of the video. I don't video myself putting that up. That was one of the new things that I bought for the tree this year. This is when I'm tying the wire around. I had to apologise for the great big fat backside. Yeah, I've put on a little bit of weight recently and it's absolutely ginormous. Apologies, and you can't see really what I'm doing, can you? But I'm shoving it in the top of the tree. I do put huge pieces on my tree. Some of these pieces people would use as ornaments elsewhere in their home, but I tend to put them on the tree. I don't know whether anybody has noticed the mistake I've made, but you'll hear me rant and rave in just a minute. See what I mean? A huge owl. Now I do have a couple of these on the carpet by the fireplace as well, but I have quite a few of these. I don't just have the one. I think I put either 3 or 4 around the tree, and then I have that little baby ones as well. So this is a theme going on throughout, and I do carry it on through that the rest of the lounge as well. These big toadstools, I absolutely love them. That gives it the woodland sort of fairy feel to them, and yes, these go in my tree as well, and they're kept on. You're going to see me in a moment just actually pushing the branches around it to keep them in place, and that's all I do. Like I said, if you're doing this commercially, if I was doing it for a commercial place, then I would wire these on so they couldn't be taken out, because obviously you're gonna have people touching them, but because it's my home, nobody does that, and so I can just place them on, which means that it doesn't take me as long to do. I am a complete and utter turd. I've forgotten to put my lights on. What an idiot. I'm not over the top when putting the lights on. I just throw them around. I don't go round and round the tree. If you can see, I go back and forth, and that makes it a lot easier when you're coming to take the lights down in January. The reason why I'm not too finicky is because obviously once I've got everything on, you can't see any wires anyway. There are people that actually spend a lot of time putting their lights on, putting them onto every branch, but honestly, I'd be here all day and I've got so much decoration to do around the home that I just place them like this.
It's an early December morning. No one but we are. We look out the window as it's starting to snow. just like these snowflakes tumbling down, round and round. I'm falling just like these snowflakes, falling for you, falling for you. Hadn't counted on love for Christmas. This caught me right off guard. But I ain't complaining. It's a wonderful present, a gift that comes in the shape of a heart. And I'm falling just like these snowflakes tumbling down, round and round. I'm falling just like these snowflakes.
This is another stupid mistake I've made. I would normally put the lights on first, then I would put the material around, then I would put, I would put the top of the tree in, then I would put the material around, then I would start with everything else. But like I said, going back to the beginning, it's like sod's law, isn't it? Because I'm filming this year, I've done it the wrong way, probably trying to rush and get everything done and pick Frankie Jack up from school because I'm just so busy. But I actually go round with this material. This I kind of call my filler, along with all the other stuff, but I love seeing material. This is like a voile that came on a roll that I got from a garden centre, and I just put the one roll on, and again, I don't go round the back of the tree, but if you look round the back of the tree, it looks as though I have, but you can see I just go from left to right, again, so it just makes it easier when I'm taking it off the tree, and then you're not wasting it at the back, what people can't see. However, if you did look round the side of my tree, it looks like the back's full because of how I do it up. Now I've got this beautiful, and it looks like sort of snow crystals, and this is another sort of filler that I put on. I just got 3 of these. I'm absolutely positive this was from the range a couple of years ago, and I just put these around the middle. Again, once the tree is so full, you won't see that I haven't put 4 pieces on. You'll just see a little bit of this crystal sort of shining through because I'm filling this tree. You virtually can't see any of the green once I've finished. Well, here goes. It's the big stuff. I've got these ice skates, I've got the owls, and I start to place the big stuff first. And I then move down to smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and I use obviously the smaller stuff as fillers. But I try and space it out so it doesn't matter what angle you look at from the tree. Obviously, apart from the back, you are going to see. So if there's people sat at the dining table, you want people to get the feel of the woodland from around there. If you've got somebody sat at the other side of the room on the settee in the end, I want them to be able to see from there. And then of course you want the impact from when people first walk in the door. That's why I've got the owl right at the top. So you get the feel, you try and dress, and you try and do the same theme all the way around your tree. That way you get a really lovely feel all the way around. I love big dramatic pieces on my tree, but you can do all sorts of these. I mean, you look at those ice skates and people will probably either put them on the side on a shelf, they might hang them on a door, but I love to put big pieces like this on a tree. Now I've got the little babies. Love the little baby owls. Now I've got them matching the big owls, but I've also got like little sort of white snowy crystal owls as well to put on. And again, got quite a lot. There we go, you can see them now. Got quite a lot of these, and again place them really well around the tree, so it doesn't matter what angle you're at, you're going to be able to see them. The huge star that I put at the top of the tree, I've also got little ones to match. Well, they're not so little. I think I've got 4 or 5 of those. Again, I place them around the tree, so whichever angle you're looking at, you're going to be able to see. Now, these switch on individually because they're battery operated, so when you come to have to switch them off at night, make sure you've got the battery part for the on and off switch to hand, and it's not fallen through the branches, so you can easily get to it. I love these crystal stags. I picked these up, I think it was B&M or the range again. I'm obsessed with the range. And I've not just got the ones that go on the tree, because these are normally for shelves, aren't they? And you sort of windowsills. But I think it's 4 or 5 on the tree, but I actually put them on the shelf that you can see behind as well, behind the tree. So it's the same sort of theme going right the way through. And these are adorable. These are massive acorny, pine cones, that's the word I'm looking for, isn't it? Pine cones with snow on them, and I love having these as a pair together. So I've got quite a few of these and I pair them together. I also put a couple of these underneath the tree on the rug. I actually don't have any presents underneath my tree. I don't even have any fake presents, because usually my presents are normally all delivered by the beginning of December. So I don't have anything in the house. So yeah, because I just want to get it all out of the way. So I put these in pairs. I've also got smaller ones as well to put individually around the tree. I finish off by putting those beautiful roses that have got sort of touches of crystal on them, because they're like sort of snowy roses, you know, from a garden centre for Christmas, and that brings in the same theme of the blush pink that's round my lounge. And then I put the throw underneath. Frankie Jack's just spilt some on the floor, so Gary's cleaning it up. Then the throw underneath, and I think they look far superior to tree skirts. So that's a look at how I did my Christmas tree minus the elf, because he's only just landed. It's a big job. It's collected over years, are these decorations, but I absolutely love them. Make sure you always go for a bargain. One of the best times to buy is in the January sale, and make sure you get a lot of filler. Some people don't like their tree as busy as this, but I do. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up. It's lovely to hear from you. Let me know what you're going with this Christmas, and can you add photos? Because if you can, I would love to see your tree. So put a photo in the bottom in the comments section. I'll see you later.